Beneath Noctavia, Chapter 10, Guildmaster, Ethan, sorry for the wait. You can come in now, Jason says after opening the door. Ethan jumps up and walks into the office. He follows Jason to the desk and stops. The Guildmaster's white hair and golden eyes surprise Ethan. He immediately wants to use Observe on her, but decides against it. He doesn't know if they can sense his probing and doesn't want to risk it, especially since Jason's magic was 9 times stronger than his own. Thank you for coming, Ethan. I'm sure others already have, but I'd like to formally apologize for what happened. If we had noticed you sooner, we could have prevented you from being kidnapped and going through that. The Guildmaster says, It's fine. It's not like it's your fault or anything. Ethan replies, causing her to smile. Thank you. Now, to get straight to it, we'd like to recruit you to our guild. Here's the contract. The Guildmaster says while handing Ethan a stapled stack of papers. They're thick, but he sees they're 2 stacks on top of one another. What exactly does your guild do? I know you clear dungeons, but is that it? Ethan asks. No, we do much more than just that. Our guild's main focus is to keep the peace. We clear dungeons to prevent outbreaks where the monsters inside escape. We also catch and punish any criminals who use magic. As the police can't use or sense magic, they can easily get away from them, so we handle them instead. As for what you'll be doing, for now, you'd mostly be handling dungeons. You'll be what we call a combat member, meaning if there's ever a need to fight, we'll call on you. But that doesn't mean we'll force you to fight. You will be paid accordingly, too. Take today, for example. You'd have to speak with our dungeon manager for the exact amount, but you'll be paid for the work you did today. We can gather materials and mana from the dungeons on top of the monster corpses themselves. As you cleared it, you'll receive payment for it. But since it was a goblin dungeon, it won't be too much. We also allow you to use our training rooms and provide a set of armor and a weapon for you as a bonus. You're free to buy better ones later, but you must return that set once you stop using it. We also hold training sessions once a week that you're free to join. As a member of our guild, we'll protect you too, so no more kidnapping incidents. The Guildmaster says as Ethan reads the contract. The contract is pretty much what the Guildmaster described. He'll be provided a set of armor and a weapon of his choice as a bonus. He can use the training rooms in the guild freely as long as he schedules it ahead of time. The terms about fighting are interesting. He's free to refuse a call to fight for any reason. But if he refuses 3 in a row without a valid reason, he'll be kicked out of the guild. A valid reason includes, but is not limited to, being injured, sick, away on personal or business reasons, and familial or personal emergencies, though they will ask for the details of the emergencies. Ethan finishes reading it over before signing. He hands one back to the Guildmaster. She already signed them both. Congratulations on joining, Ethan, Jason says. Thanks, Ethan replies. I know you recently awakened, but how much do you know about Noctavia, our world of magic? The Guildmaster asks. I know the history. The Ether Syndicate gave me this, Etan says while taking the book out of his inventory. It explained the past wars and why magic was hidden from the world, Ethan says. Good. Then if you have any questions, I'll tell your boss to answer them. She'll be getting in contact with you soon. I forgot to say this earlier, but our combat members are placed in teams, simply called combat teams. Your team leader will be your boss. She'll be calling or texting you later to schedule a meetup. You and the other members of the team will be fighting together, so it's good to get along. If you can't get along, we won't force you, but we'll ask you to move to another team, so don't force it if you and the others don't see eye to eye. Jason, could you bring him to the quartermaster to get his gear? Also, don't forget the market tablet, the Guildmaster says. I forget it one time, Jason mutters before smiling. Yes, come with me, Ethan. I'll bring you to get your gear, Jason says before walking out of the office. Ethan follows him out and back down the stairs. They walk back to the basement and enter the first door on the left. It has quartermaster above it. Ethan follows Jason in, and the world around them changes. He enters a large wooden cabin. The back right corner is made of stone. An anvil and forge sit in the stone corner. A shirtless man wearing a leather apron is hammering away on the anvil. He stops when Jason and Ethan enter. He gets up and walks over while taking the apron off. What can I help you with? He asks while Ethan just looks around in awe. Right, I forgot you're new to this. This is a barrier. Each one of the rooms in the basement, minus the one we entered before, led to barriers. It's like a small world you can change as you see fit. Most importantly, though, those without magic can't enter one. So we use them whenever we use magic. So keep in mind that you need a barrier to practice magic. Jason explains before turning to the man. Ethan, here is the new recruit we told you about. Do you have the gear ready? Jason asks him. Yeah, let me go get it. Oh, but here, the man replies before walking over to a table. It's next to the door they came in. On it is what looks like a tablet. Can't forget this again now, can we? He says in a friendly, mocking tone. I forget it one time, Jason says, causing the man to laugh while walking back. He enters another door opposite them. Anyway, Ethan, take this. It's called a market tablet. It has a wand you can slide out like so. Jason says while pulling a stick out of the tablet. It looks like a stylus, just with a round blue gem on the end, instead of a point for tapping the screen. We mages use these to scan our items we want to sell. The tablet can only be used to access the Noctavia market. It's run by the big 3 guilds. They're the strongest in the world, and the ones who first made magic hidden from the human world. They made it to prevent mages from trading in the open. You can sell anything on here, and it's perfectly legal. It's also safe and anonymous. You can sell things without revealing who you are, but the big 3 will know, as you have to make an account. It requires your address, ID, and things like that. But you can buy stuff on it too. This is how most of our members buy their gear. We also sell to you at a discount too, so if you're hurting for money, come to us. Jason explains while handing the tablet to Ethan. Ethan stores it in his inventory before the quartermaster returns. He's carrying a bundle of leather armor and weapons. Here you are. The armor's yours now, but it must be returned if you buy other armor to replace it. And here are the weapons you can choose from. The quartermaster says before Ethan takes the armor. He stores it away for later and looks at the weapons. There are gauntlets, a sword, a staff, an axe, and a mace. Ethan grabs the sword and stores it away as well. Thank you, Ethan says as the quartermaster returns to his work. He leaves the weapons on the table and goes back to the anvil. I'll drive you home, Jason says before walking back through the door they came from. Ethan follows Jason back outside and to the van. Jason drives him home and stops on the side of the street. I look forward to seeing you grow, Jason says as Ethan opens the door. Thanks. I look forward to working with you, and thanks for the blood earlier. Ethan says before getting out. He walks up to his door and unlocks it as Jason leaves. Once inside, Ethan walks upstairs and falls on his bed. He has a smile on his face. I've got answers, new gear, and tested my spells. I'm so excited for the future. Ethan says before thinking back on the day's fight in the dungeon. He remembers when he killed the hob, how he shot out blood. Wait, how did I do that? My spell didn't say anything about shooting blood arcs. Ethan says while opening his character sheet. He taps on the Bloody Claws skill and reads its description. I guess there are hidden properties? Oh, what if I use Observe on my skill? Ethan thinks before doing it. He uses Observe on the skill name in his character sheet. Error. The target is too high a level for Observe to analyze. Ethan smiles, seeing the notification. He's glad to see his idea worked, even if his level is too low. All right then, I'll continue practicing Observe, but I should work on other skills too. Got it. I'll practice Create Dungeon and Exit Dungeon. I can only make a realistic dungeon now. Not that I know what that means, but I'm hoping I can make one with monsters soon. If I can, I'll be able to level up much more quickly. Though I seem to get most of my XP from quests. Speaking of, I should have finished a quest. Ethan thinks before the familiar message box appears. Quest complete, Guild. You've joined the Concord Wardens. Rewards, plus 500 XP. Still 200 XP away from leveling up. Oh well, let's start leveling my skills. First though, let's check out the new gear. I also need to check something else. Ethan says before taking his new armor out of his inventory. He takes his sword and puts the katana back on the wall where it used to be. As he takes his gear out, he sees the life gem he got for his Answers quest. He scolds himself for forgetting about it before taking it out as well. He observes them all after spreading them on his bed. Magic leather armor, uncommon level 10. This set of armor is made from leather infused with magic. It's more durable and resilient than iron. The armor covered the entire body except for the head. It contains a chestplate, gloves, leggings, and boots. Durability 75/75, magic iron sword, uncommon level 10. This sword is made with iron infused with magic. It's sharper and more durable than regular iron. It's lighter than normal, due to the magic within. The sword deals 25 to 30 melee damage. Durability 75/75 life gem, legendary level. This gem contains a highly concentrated force of life. It was made by life force compressing itself over and over again. The gem has many uses. It can be absorbed for a permanent effect. Doing so will consume the item. It can be used to learn spells related to life without consuming it. It can be studied to gain a better understanding of life. A legendary item. It sounds amazing, but I'm not sure what to do with it. The permanent effect sounds interesting, but I don't want to consume it so early. I'm sure I can learn a spell from it first, or I might find other uses. Since my spell descriptions are missing pieces, I'm sure that this might not be all that the gem can be used for. Ethan thinks before walking downstairs.